FHA loans tend to be a little bit more expensive than your average conventional loan. And the reason for that is whenever somebody wants to buy a home for the first time, the first thing they ask me about is that program for first-time home buyers. Everyone knows that there's a program out there that helps first-time home buyers be able to afford a home, and that program is the FHA loan program. Every first-time home buyer just automatically assumes that the FHA loan is the best option for them. But what if I told you that the FHA loan isn't exactly what you think it is? To clear up some misconceptions about this first-time homebuyer program, I'm going to give you the cold, hard truth about FHA loans and some things that you might not have known about, but as a first-time homebuyer, you need to be aware of. Also, don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button and let me know any questions you have about buying a home for the first time. The first cold, hard truth that you need to know about FHA loans is that it does not just give you free money if you're a first-time home buyer. It's like first-time home buyers think that if they just approach a lender and say, hey, I'm buying a home for the first time, that lender's going to direct them to this first-time home buyer program and they're going to get an extra $5,000 or $10,000 or something like that. In reality, that's not how it works. The FHA loan program doesn't actually pay for your closing costs or pay for your down payment. What the FHA does is only require a low down payment of 3.5%, which will help most first-time homebuyers be able to afford a home because a lot of first-time homebuyers haven't saved up a lot of money for a down payment yet. And speaking of down payments, another truth you need to know about FHA loans is that it doesn't even offer the lowest down payment option anymore. There are actually some conventional loans out there that only require a 3% down payment, which will be lower than the 3.5% that FHA loans provide. Now, more importantly, this is one of the biggest truths about FHA loans that as a first-time homebuyer you need to know about. Did you know that with FHA loans, you actually don't have access to all the homes that are for sale? The reason for that is because not every home on the market is actually going to qualify for an FHA loan. Let me explain what I mean by this. Whenever you have an FHA loan, any home that you want to buy has to pass an FHA inspection. FHA requires that the home be in move-in ready condition. Now this means that every home that's for sale on the market may not qualify or may not pass this FHA inspection. The main issues that I normally run across as far as an FHA inspection goes are things like peeling paint or maybe cracked windows or missing handrails in the stairway, things like that. They are mainly safety issues. Now, these may seem like simple things to repair at first, but if the seller doesn't have any money or don't have the means to make these repairs, then you're stuck and you as a buyer won't be able to buy a home with this FHA loan. Also, any fixer-upper home is pretty much out of the question. You can almost guarantee it won't qualify for FHA. And while we're on the subject of not qualifying, did you know that most condos will not qualify for FHA even if the condo is in great condition? The reason is because with an FHA loan, the entire condo association has to qualify for FHA, not just that unit. Now, if the entire condo association doesn't meet the requirements of FHA, then you will not be able to buy any condo in that building or in that association with an FHA loan. A lot of homeowners associations or a lot of condo associations don't even like to bother with FHA or dealing with that process. So if you have an FHA loan, chances are if you want to buy a condo, you're out of luck. Alright, now that I've spent the past few minutes bashing the FHA loan program and explaining everything that's bad about it, let me show you what the FHA loan program actually does and how it actually helps a lot of home buyers out there be able to buy their first home. While the FHA loan program doesn't actually give first-time home buyers any extra money, what the FHA loan program does is have lower qualifications, which will allow more people to be able to qualify for a loan when they otherwise wouldn't qualify for a conventional loan. The FHA loan program has a minimum credit score requirement of 580, whereas a lot of conventional loans have a credit score requirement of 620 or even 640. Also, the FHA loan program has a lower debt to equity requirement, which will put a lot of first-time home buyers in the game and allow them to qualify for a loan when they otherwise would be out of luck. The FHA loan program gives a lot of first-time home buyers a fighting chance to be able to afford their first home when they otherwise would just be out of luck because they don't meet the requirements for a conventional loan. And actually, to use the FHA loan, you don't even need to be a first-time home buyer. As long as you plan to live in the property for at least a year, you can take advantage of the FHA loan and its lower credit score and debt-to-equity requirements. This is actually an important part of the house hacking strategy. And if you want to know more about how to house hack so you can live in properties for pretty much for free, take a look at this video here.